and welcome to Prestigious Talk Show. I'm your host, Faith. We are bringing you new exciting topics and issues within the communities that matters. Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Prestigious Talk Show. This is 2016 and I want to wish everyone a happy new year. This year we'll be bringing to you hot topics, and today we have here with us two wonderful guests, Amelia and Patrick. You're welcome to Prestigious Talk Show. Today our topic for the day is titled Where is the Love, and we'll be showing you the video clip of this topic. Thank you very much.
From Calgary, Alberta, it's a girl, Esther. I want to tell all the single ladies out there, okay? Don't rush into a relationship, because the time you're looking for love, then those player out there will come and be like, oh baby, I love you, I want to marry you, I want this, I want that, I want a picture with you. It's a lie. Give them, don't sleep with them yet, so give them like 2 weeks or 1 month. You will see who they really are. I've done that before, it didn't work for me, you know? Those guys now, they know, you know what they're looking for? They're looking for women that is educated, women that have it all together, and blah blah blah. Your mama go to school. Your papa, you're like your first mother. They said, I'm taking care of I'll be single mother. I take care of my picking and government. I they see me. If you don't like your go back. Okay? So I'm tired of this rubbish. When you meet a guy in the street, oh I like you. The first question, what kind of job you do?
And now that you've seen the clip, so what do you think about it? I have some questions for my guests. So the first question is, do you think social status should matter in a relationship? Why or why not? Do you think?
It does matter.
So
because
why?
Social status speak of the individual. I mean, their liberty, where they live,
Okay.
Their financial status.
Okay.
And if a man is going to be with a woman or a woman is going to be with a man, she wants to know that he's capable of taking care of her,
Okay.
and she is in a position where she can also take care of herself if he's not around. So social status does matter.
Okay. So Amelia, what do you think from your own perspective?
I disagree.
Okay.
I don't think social status should matter.
Okay.
If you're dating someone, it's because you've had a connection with that person.
Okay.
And not know in its entirety that this person has money or material stuff. So love to me, should I answer that part?
No, but it's not love.
I know, I realized I was going after love because I know the topic already. So I was like,
it's not love, it's the social status. And
so,
it's
should I do it over again?
basically what you're saying, that the relationship already starts.
Yeah.
So that's why the social status.
So the relationship, the interaction began because you had a connection, not because of the person's social status. So hence, it should not matter.
Okay.
If that was the case, then we go around telling everyone that I drive a BMW or a Mercedes printed on my top in front of my face.
Yeah.
That way, everyone could pick and choose. But that's not the case. We naturally, organically, God created us to love, not based on social status. And if you want to refer back to the Bible, that was the case as well. So there was no social status involved.
Already. So that is already natural.
Right.
But if you're talking about a longevity with the person, social status does come into play, whether you want to look at it or not.
Social status.
I kind of, you know, get what Amelia is, you know, trying to say.
Right.
I think she is trying to say that when you meet someone for the first time, you don't want to know about the person, the first attraction, right? You're not looking at what's other things that's like, for example, as I've said, his or her social status is not something that you're actually attracted to. First and foremost, you were attracted to the person because of what you see in that person.
I agree with that,
right?
But the question that was asked about social status, and I'm saying if you're thinking of a longevity of a relationship, eventually that is going to come up. Naturally, when you see the person, the beauty, the persona, all of that comes into play.
Yes.
But if you're looking on extending a relationship or even becoming a couple, eventually that is going to come up.
Of course.
So it is not omit from the thing. It has nothing to do with love here. This is just natural attraction. I like you. you like me,
yeah.
I like your persona, I like your personality,
Yes.
and we go from there. And as you go along,
well, maybe the
it will come up.
Maybe the question should be, to what degree should it matter? Right? Because social status only matters because of society. What society has trained us to think.
Yeah. And I wouldn't agree. I wouldn't agree with that, because you don't. If you don't want a man to know that him only love you, but him can't provide for you.
Does matter.
It does matter, but it is not. It is not pivotal.
Okay.
But it does matter.
Okay. Okay. Well, for example, you just meet somebody and you were attracted to her or attracted to him, and at the end you find out that, you know what, he's not educated enough to be my man, or she is not educated enough to be my woman. What will you do?
That now for me wouldn't change anything.
Okay.
So you said the two is different.
Yes.
Right? Because not being educated doesn't stop a person from loving, doesn't stop other attributes that the person have, doesn't stop the person from doing anything.
Okay.
If you truly love the person, you can work with them.
Do you know that, okay, if we are saying that doesn't stop, you know, education and everything is part of your social status.
Exactly.
It
That's
does.
my point.
So, I don't know.
And,
like, okay.
And the person not being educated does put a strain on the relationship in terms of communicating, because the way I speak a different language versus what you speak, and that puts a strain on the relationship, just as how your social status would put a strain on the relationship, because there's not a balance.
Yeah.
So
I disagree with that, because I'm talking from experience. You probably have never been in that experience, but I have been in a relationship with a female. She couldn't read.
Okay.
She couldn't read, but I loved her. She loved me.
Wow.
I was working, she wasn't working. But I know she couldn't read, but I know I loved her. And this was a year after my mother passed off.
Okay.
And I worked with her in that capacity, because she could work, but it's just that she couldn't read properly.
Yes.
But that didn't stop anything else that she could do, because physically she was capable of working, and if you teach her, she can work.
Yeah.
So that is why I'm saying it's two different degree of things. Now, if you're talking about social status, then you have to fine tune what are you referring to. Are you referring to financial stability? Or are you referring to being uneducated?
I think everything, because all this put together puts you in
but that's why I said earlier on in my first statement that it is not pivotal. It does matter, but it's not pivotal, because love is the center of it.
Yes.
But you can't say you love and then you're going to deal with all the strain that, you know, she's not working, he's not working, but I still love. How long you going to keep that? How long you going to do that? At some point in time, somebody's going to make a decision.
I think you're more of a realist. But you know,
and
like
that's
he's more of a realist. He's talking from the point of view of a realist, because at the end of the day, I think there will be some, you know, issues surrounding.
It will come up, exactly.
There will definitely be.
But you know what? Whether you just mentioned that you were working at the time and she wasn't working, right? That would have kind of been like a social status issue as well.
Yeah.
You working, but they're not a strain on that relationship.
It does, but like I said, it didn't matter too much, because I did love her and she was in love with me. So I worked with her in the area capacity that she is. But it does affect it, and that is why I say it will. But it's not the center. You notice my choice of word. It will affect it at some point in time, and how long you can do that. So it's either you're going to work with her or with him, get them to the point where you want them to be, or you're just going to say, you know what, put your hands up, I can't deal with this, and I'm out. Whether I love you or not, I'm gone.
Well, then it shouldn't matter, which is your question. Should it matter? It shouldn't matter, because if you love the person, you're willing to work to bring them to your level or to the level that is required.
It also depends on the person.
And it says love conquers all, right? And you just said because you love the person, you were willing to sacrifice to help cultivate her, to bring her to a status where
you want her to be.
Yes, but you say it doesn't mean that it doesn't matter. Everybody have a different level of temperance.
Yes. Okay, so that's why I said
what
to
I'm
you.
Saying. That is why again I said it will come up. It shouldn't be the center, but it will come up, because we're living in a real world.
Yes,
let's face it, we're living in a real world. And if we want to go forward with a lot of things, sometimes people don't want to move. Sometimes the woman don't want to move. Sometimes the man don't want to move because of where they are mentally and where they are physically. They just feel like, you know what, I'm you know, I'm not capable of doing this. You're pushing me too much. I can't do this. And at some point in time, even if you love the person, you're going to have to make a decision. And the decision that you make, it might affect you and affect them. But what are you going to do? Because you're working for so long, and this person don't want to move.
But that is where the love comes in.
Of course, it challenges you all the time, you know. You're in the challenge all the time, you know. So I'm not negating the fact that you love. You understand me? But righteous indignation. How long you going to do it? You know, you can't be a fool for how long. You will be doing this for how long, and at what point in time are you going to say, you know what, if you're not willing to work with me, what are we going to do? A decision has to be made.
That's true.
So I can't be superficial about it.
Listen, I'm not saying when I say it doesn't matter that we're going to live in a fairy world or a fairy tale. But as you said, love is patient.
Yes.
And even if the person is on the social level that you are on or status, there's still going to be problems in the relationship.
Of course.
That person's going to have an issue where your patience will be tried, just as if the person was educated.
Yes.
So my answer still, it remains the same, is it should not matter
whether they are
educated or the social status.
Yeah.
It shouldn't, but it does.
Yeah. Okay, we are still going to address that later. You know, I feel like both of you actually touched on my next question. I feel like you really addressed it very well. And so, now, very interesting question that I have for you. What would you do for love? What would you do for love?
A lot of things, but I have to know directly what you mean.
Okay, like for example, as I have said before, we are still looking at, we can still go back to when you love somebody and you've just used your own lived experience. You said you were dating somebody that was not educated, right? I would say that was for love, but were you, did the relationship continue, or did you at the point in your life decide to cut off the relationship because you could not afford to be with this person anymore? So what would you do for love? If you really love this person, what would you do? Would you enhance their level of education, or help them secure a job, or make them the person that you really want them to be? We'll be taking a short break, and when we get back, we'll discuss more on what is love. Stay tuned. I'm your host, Faith ADODO. To become part of our live audience on the show or sponsor, feel free to email us at prestigioustalkshow@gmail.com. For more information, visit our website at prestigiousfittings.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and remember, you are not alone. Thank you.